Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic, and I am finally going to make a folder or pocket for my DIY planner, which is a half letter planner. The discs are from the Happy Planner. The covers, these poly covers, I think that's what the material is called, are from Live Love Posh. And then this design was a thank you card from Let's Get Planned. And then the inserts that I'm using in here are available to Scrapcraftastic patrons. And this is kind of what it looks like. Okay, so I need a folder because I have all these stickers just kind of tucked in here and there, and it's getting to be too much overflow and falling out, so I need to organize it a little bit better. I didn't just want to make any pocket. I did pull out a paper pad, a 12 by 12 that I was considering using, but then I kind of wanted to use some of my own designs. So I had these already printed, so I trimmed them down to the half letter size. This is vellum. This is the acetate. I didn't really want to do any holiday specific design, but I guess it's fine. I'll just use. And then that way I can get some use out of it. This was one of the ones that I had stacked, and some of the ink from the one I stacked it on got on it. I can see it, but it's not that bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and use it. So what I'm going to do is kind of make a clear or translucent pocket. I'm going to attempt to. And I need to make my clear pockets first. Let's put this aside. So I have a 3mm laminate pouch. And I'm going to add some of these imitation gold leaf flakes. I got a 3-pack, I think, of this with the silver, the rose gold, and the gold on Amazon. I will link to it in the description box below if you want to check it out. This will last a very long time. Yeah, so let's just get some. I just want to basically spread these out in this pouch, and I'm going to use this pouch to make my pockets. Okay. And I'm just sprinkling it around, tear it apart. Don't breathe too hard like I'm doing. My ceiling fan is on, so it's blowing it a little bit. That's a pretty decent job. I could keep trying to spread it out more evenly, but I won't. So this is my laminator. They no longer make this one, but I will link to another one that I use. I just decided I would keep using this one until it conks out on me. Let's feed this in carefully. This isn't the best quality laminate either. I think this came with one of the laminators, my other laminators. So I don't even know what brand of laminate pouch it is. And I can already see it's bubbling. Okay, let me run it through one more time. Try to straighten that out. I'm gonna need that again. Let's go ahead and trim off a few pieces to use as pockets. So I'm gonna use this trimmer, and I'm gonna cut off the rounded edges, or at least on one side. So that's about 1/4 inch. All right. Then I want to cut off a piece that is about a little bit smaller. I don't want it to be 5.5 because that's the width of my page. I want it to be slightly smaller. So what is that? 5 3/8. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'll set that aside. This one has a line on it. Then my pocket depth, I guess I want to do 3 inches. Should I do 2.5? No, I want to do 3. I'm going to do a 3-inch pocket. So that's 1, 2. Is that? Oh, and that's 3. So that worked out. I just need to do one more. 5 3/8. Piece. And then 3 inches. And I can save that for something else, or I may end up using it here if I make a mistake. Alrighty, so these are my 2 bases. Let's see. So this is what I would do for the pocket. But I want to have one on the front and one on the back. I don't know how I'm going to make that work. How can I make it work? Let me think. All right, so I'm going to use 5 mil pouches for the main part of this. Let's start with 1. Let me see, how can I put these on here and make sure that they line up the way that I want them to? Try it like this. Let's do one side at a time. So if I can get this one straight, that's good. And lay it down. And then just put this one on top. And feed this through. Now, the acetate, the printable acetate is not heat resistant. So I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't remember ever laminating the printable acetate. I may have, I just don't remember it. But it looks like it's going to be fine. Got a little cloudiness in the pocket, but it can't be helped. So that's what it looks like. Not too bad, right? Kind of cute. All right, let's do the other one. So we line up one side, place it down. Then do the other one. I think I trimmed this a little wider, or maybe it had a little bleed on it. I don't know, but we'll work with what we got. And this is really an example of another way that you can use the dashboards. So you don't have to just use them as dashboards. You can make other things with them. I'm going to use this trimmer to trim around these. And I am going to leave let's turn this off for now. I might need to use it again, but I am going to leave the air bubble intact to make sure that the pocket stays intact. This one might be a little bit too big because the laminate is going to add some width to it, plus it already had extra width, so it maybe too big. Okay, so yeah, there is definitely a size difference. Let's take the corner rounder and round these corners. I'm using the 1/4 inch bit. This is from We Are Memory Keepers. You could also just snip those sharp corners off with your scissors. I'll link to this in the description box below. Now the thing with this is the top is going to be kind of thin, but the bottom is going to be considerably thicker. But it's still going to give that good look. The look is what I'm going for. I'm going to turn this back on because I'm going to run these through again. I'm going to open up the pocket. This is very similar to the page markers I used to make back in the day. Same concept. So I need a metal ruler or metal edge right up to that air bubble. Then I'm going to take my X-Acto and open that pocket carefully. Try not to cut all the way through it. Let's see, did I even get through at all? That one is tough. With the glare, it's really hard to tell what's happening. It's like I can feel it wants to open up, but it just won't. Let's try one more time. Maybe I need a new blade. Make sure we're on the air bubble. I think we went through that time. There we go. Okay, so there's our pocket. Make sure it goes all the way across. All right. And then I'm going to open up the other side. Hopefully it won't be so complicated. And maybe I should have just did one side, but I was trying to get the most out of it, so I don't know how well that's going to work, having two sides. Okay, so there we go. Let's open this one up before we run them through again. All right, so there's that one. And let's do this one. Now this is even thinner up top than the acetate one because it's just vellum paper. So you have to be careful not to cut through the vellum. And this part here is not laminated, the part inside of the pocket. So you have to keep that in mind too. All right, let's run this through. I want to run it through like this. So basically what I'm doing is I've done all the cutting, all the trimming, all the corner rounding, and opening the pockets, and then I run it through one more time to make sure all of those places where I cut are still sealed and are as flat as they can be. And also running it through the opposite, or turning it the 90 degrees difference from the way that I originally ran it through helps get out some of the little rumples and bumples. All right, so they're nice and flat now. I'm going to punch. Just First I need to decide which way I want to be the front. This one is the front. So I'm gonna punch on this side using my arc punch. And I only need 8 holes, so I'm gonna have to turn these edges up a little bit so that I only get 8 holes. Try to make sure I have it as centered as I can. And punch. Yikes. There's that one that doesn't always want to act right. Let's do this one. Is that the way I want it? Yeah. Let's test them out. Dun, 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 dun. So I got a feeling this one is probably going to need to go in the back. Maybe not. It's not too much bigger than it needs to be. But it is pretty big. Okay. So we got a nice pocket there. Let's see. All right, it's acceptable. Let's put one at the end of all the year. She's gonna be there, but that won't matter once I put the March inserts in. You won't see her, so let's just put it right here until I put the March inserts in, so you can get a good look at what it looks like just on a plain background. Look at that, we got a pocket, and a pocket, and a pocket. And it looks decent on both sides, which I love. It looks just like a regular dashboard, but it serves a purpose. So I can get all these bits and pieces and tuck them in. That's going to cover up her image. But then if I don't put anything big, I don't want to cover her up in the front. Let's see. I'm going to tuck these down in there. And then we can do this back here. Turn that around. That's fine. Okay. Then where are the other stickers that I need to store? Okay, this needs to be punched and put in. Ooh. Well, I'm trying not to cover up her face. I think I'm going to put this up here with these because I'm not sure where I'm going to use those. And then these can go back in the book for now. Let me go ahead and punch this and put it in. Where's the other page? Or did I only put one in here? I think I'm only using one. All right, a little housekeeping done. Made 2 folders or pockets. They're not actually folders. 2 pockets. One with the vellum. I'm going to take this card out because I don't like the way that looks. One with the vellum. Can we put this down here? Maybe. I'll figure that out later. Anywho, so one I used vellum and one of the dashboards. This dashboard is a freebie in the Scrapcraftastic Facebook group. If you search hashtag Freebie Friday, you should find all of the freebies that I have released. So there she is in vellum, and then the other one is on printable acetate. This is the March release for the Craft Lab Techs, which are the Scrapcraftastic YouTube channel members. This one comes in multiple sizes. Cupid only comes in 5.5 by 8.5. This comes in letter, classic, half letter, which is 5.5 by 8.5, B6, 5 by 7, A6, 4 by 6. So you get all the different sizes or something close to whatever you may be using. So there we go. That turned out great. It works great. That was the first time I ever did that. It feels a little chunky at the bottom, but that's because I put the ollie clip down there. Let's see, where can we put this? Maybe I'm going to end up putting this on the back since there's nothing back here. I don't know. I want to keep my ollie clip up front though, but I'll put it there for now. See how that works. Okay. It looks better with the ollie clip up front. But there we go. I'm making progress. Okay. We'll talk about what I'm doing with these in a future video. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know if you're going to try this method to make pockets for your planner or journal. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.